Good evening once again. My name is Yao. Welcome back to my page. And I'm here this evening for a few minutes, and I want us to look into the game Ghana will be playing tomorrow against Egypt, and that is a crucial game between Ghana and Egypt. And whoever win, you get the opportunity or the let me say the edge to at least progress to the next stage of the competition because tomorrow will be the second game so far for each of these countries currently contesting for the Afcon trophy, the 2023 Afcon trophy. And Ghana, we all knew we lost our first game against what do you call it, against Cape Verde, and that was a very sad atmosphere. We were not even expecting that, but it's a game. Football, anything is possible. You can win, you can lose, or you can draw. But unfortunately, we got a bad one. That is the draw, and that is not what any Ghanaian was expecting. Everybody was expecting Ghana to win against Cape Verde, and we never got what we were looking up to. And our opponent tomorrow, Egypt, also had it tough though, but they were able to at least get a point from their game against Mozambique. So that tells you they have the edge between the two countries coming up tomorrow. Egypt, they have the edge. So coming from the fact that they drew and then they have 1 point, it gives them more, let me say, advantageous of Ghana if you look at the standings and how it will motivate them to also at least make sure they win to consolidate their chances of making it to the next stage of the competition. And tomorrow, this game, a win for Egypt guarantees them that one for sure. If they win tomorrow, they have four points, and that 4 point can cushion them into the second stage of the competition. I know they're on the last game, either they have a draw, Krampuna impulse, or lose some last game, they can still say if you look at how the group standings are. And one thing I want to tell Ghanaians is I earlier on said this this African Cup of Nations, don't expect too much from the Black Stars. I saw it as a team building, like a stage for the Black Stars to prepare our mindset, ourselves for future tournament. And you all knew we are still preparing for the World Cup qualifiers in the United States and Canada. So possibly this is a stage where we can rebuild our Black Stars and then cushion ourselves for the World Cup. So I am not too concerned about this African Cup of Nations. Our preparations, everything was not up to the standard that I was looking for. But the fact that we are in the African Cup of Nations, I see it as a step that we can use to prepare ourselves mentally, physically, psychologically, every aspect of the conditions to ensure we condition ourselves ready to battle and make sure we qualify for the World Cup. So we can use this as a huge stage or a yardstick to prepare ourselves for the World Cup. So not winning the Afcon or not even like emerging as number 2, number 3, but how we can make a great impact, sell good football, rebrand our game. We've lost the spirit and the character as a nation when we talk of football. So we can use this stage as a yardstick to prepare ourselves for future or subsequent tournament coming up. Intermediate, I said it is not lost. We have a hope, sir. If you look at the tournament, say the air corner, there is hope. Even though the Blasters are not performing up to the standard me and you are looking up to, but we still need to give them the encouragement. We don't need to like say a bit she on my side because Oma game back one ye. tournament, anything can happen. There was a tournament in South Africa. Spain lost their first game, but they went ahead to win the tournament. Just ended World Cup. Argentina did the same thing. They lost against Saudi Arabia, but Argentina went ahead to win the World Cup. That is football. Anything can happen. The moment you play, you knew like you'll be able to identify your mistakes, build it from where you think you made a shortfall, you organize yourself, and then you take it. Don't expect too much. Don't expect too much. But so who expected too much? That's a Cape Verde Shegana na yo yana nunti okosa okako bukocha. I mean, you've lost your mind somewhere because you knew our standard before the tournament. It's not like you don't know Ghana. Who said the Ghana team we were struggling. But you know, my said the running share in 70 and cassette tembiano. The Mayor Kakabin said supporters now more common. They said it got to a time the supporters decided to leave the Ivory Coast and come back to Ghana. The government need to intervene, beg them, pay $400 each to keep them to support the Blasters. That was even not necessary. That was not necessary. Supporters can play a role in the performance of a team, but in football, if the players decide to do the right thing and play, they are on the field of play 90 minutes. They know what they can do. They can play beyond the 90 minutes and then win matches. I know there are some places you can go, a team can go to away. And the supporters be anyhow. They can go and play and win. Folk went to experience. Tamana has for a ball Confederations Cup. They went all the way to Tunis to play experience. Folk went to Tunisia without massive supporters. Tunisians were having the whole Tunisia Caribbean in our Womachi. Experience Kuta, the whole stadium, France, still folk beat them 2-1. That is football. It is support, no there. It do baby a year, but it's not necessarily say the supporters can ginger and I say maybe my Ebema team na win. Moya sa na 7 months or so and so. Supporters they say almost support to blaster you number kufia. Let them go. We have other options we can use the money to do. To say pitches here ye ni baby a ball ya. Mobile ball Afcon na baby am training camp cry problem. These are the monies we can channel it into certain areas, sectors. A bit media grassroots development to ensure say we have a better team and we are going to play in a tournament. We don't fear anybody. We don't care about whoever is coming. Can be South Africa, it can be Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, whoever comes. Ghana, yes, strong. We can fight them. We can beat them. Egypt, tomorrow we can beat Egypt. It is football. Anything can happen. It got to a time Kotoko were able to beat the then Zamalek 5-1 in Kumasi Sports Stadium. At the time, everybody thought Kotoko cannot do anything. Kotoko went to Egypt, they lost 2-0. Kotoko went to Egypt, Kotoko lost 2-0. The return leg at Kumasi, Zamalek came to Kumasi and scored the first goal against Kotoko. But Kotoko came back, scored 5-1. And eliminated Egypt from the Zamalek from the African Cup of Nations by then. So it means we've been there before and we can do it. During Kosi Apia's era, the same Egypt national team, Ghana Blasters, we beat them 5-1. In Kumasi, we beat them 5-1. We went to Cairo, we lost 2-1, and we were able to eliminate them, and then we went to the World Cup. So it means we can do it if we decide to focus on the game and do the right thing. We can do it. It's not that, like say, Yasama because say, Cape Verde, Ghana. No, that is not what I see the Blasters. I have the confidence, say, if we do the right thing, tomorrow's game, we can win. We have the men to do the job for us. It's all about, say, you be GDA, you be encourage boys, you be put more confidence in them. Egypt, almost beatable if, say, Mozambique were able to hold Egypt to a pulsating 2-2 draw. Then it tells you we can also do that. Mozambique scored twice against Egypt. It means they have loopholes in their defensive setup, which you can also capitalize and score even more than the 2 goals Mozambique scored. It took Egypt last-minute penalty to convert before they were able to to draw with what do you call it, Mozambique. So it means they can be also beaten. We also saw what Namibia did to Tunisia. We all saw it. Namibia beat Tunisia 1-0. Ghana withdrew goalless draw with Namibia. So it means we can still work things out and then unseat Egypt. It is not a big deal. It is all by name. Egypt, they have Mohamed Sala, they have Mohamed El Nani, they have Mamouche Mohamed. It's name. But we can also boast of quality stars. Your Kudus. We also have Kudus, who's also a very good player. We have Jordan Ayew, good player. We have Inaki Williams, good player. We have, what do you call him, Jiku. We also have the men who can stand and make sure, say, we can work better and beat them. Coaching issues, any idea affecting a game against, what do you call it, Cape Verde. That game, say you coach, Unyabo trek kakra, because the changes he did at that time, it was a time that we don't even hear changes, because football, when you are behind, when you get an equalizer, you get more confidence than your opponent. You put more fear in your opponent, because one, you've been able to at least level the score. And when we were down, now you Cape Verde for no pressure. Yeah, pressing, you were attacking from every corner. Until now, the pressing, at times, you not Cape Verde for no almost panicky, because almost name say Ghana, we are better than them. Now, Abuabi Abuabi, I went to the net, Ubia Sora Sebi, no, say Ghana, and Cape Verde crowd there. Almost says on why. The last time, many blasters you call Cape Verde, you call prayer, call show 4-1 at their own backyard. I was at the stadium, yes, show 4-1. It's a money Sulemuntari time. Cape Verde, new team beer, but it's a game. And unfortunately, we were not lucky. We lost the game 2-1. Into no interest, blaster and asa. Even though we are not doing well, no, still, if you look at how the tournament is going now, and then even the next Morocco game against Tanzania, boy, I was even surprised. I'm not even concerned about the scoreline, but I'm looking at the way Tanzania were able to hold the African number 1. Morocco is number 1 in Africa, number 30 in the world. Tanzania number 32. Tanzania is number 32 in Africa, but look at how they were able to hold Morocco. Mistake America said Tanzania for the year was like, say, converting the final execution was a problem. Almost said they need out and out clinical finish be a bit more a kill game within first 20 minutes in the crown. I think Tanzania creating share Morocco crab 1-2. Can best stand the face of the game. Into a channel, you call all out. Coach Chris Hilton, you made a strong mistake in our game against Cape Verde. We leveled at the time. We were at 1-1. We were playing good football. We were not lacking anywhere. We were doing our best, attacking from every angle. We leveled, and then unfortunately you made changes and it disrupted the entire system we were playing at that time. So this time, be very focused. Ebeya defense lineup on this time no change mu kakra. Ubetimi de Alidu Seidu at the ball right back, Alidu Seidu betimi na right back. Now the friend is saying you see paint out to left back, now be a central defense, what the job your friend is saying Daniel Amate Enijiku Abo. Amate Enijiku Salisu o free injury by and chair na Salisu injury. Until you can rest Salisu, rest Salisu. So with me, Salisu are bought in front of them. No, I'm a defense now. Then I tough because Omo Kuta Muhammad Sala or sharp. Omo Muhammad El Nani or sharp. Omo Mahmoud Amush and also another sharp. And these are players that Omo Den to share never have. One more defense now tight. Ubali the said right. What did Joseph point to at left? What the Amate at 4, Jiku 5. No, ama Salisu a general manim. What the Salisu a general manim. So what I say. Now for number 6, no Salisu no ma Salis Muhammad first Salis is abe pair Salisu. Now after wing side no what the Jordan at right side of attack ho. Now the Kudus akana ho or any ho. Now the Semenyo, not Inaki Williams side as so now first say a cure of boys are almost speed. Very tactical team because Egypt for no one 2 America, 2 almost also height. Until we need a guy some more height to share Semenyo or height. And Inaki so or height. Kudus a short. Jordan or height. And that guy runs for the one on side. Our game against Cape Verde now, among 4 criticize it. Can't say if you like, I'm on check, go to the internet and type the guys that runs for the Abua. Brilliant winger. In the first game, he did very well. He never did anything wrong. I don't know how people are attacking the boy. He did good. To me, instilled confidence with him. He can do better. He is just 22 good years. To blast and obey to me about to another 10 years. Cry there, man. By the next 10 years, that's a Unya injury. He will be 32 years. He can still play for the Blaster. So we have young boys in our team, a team, and a future team. The here say you be keep for a longer time. That is what we need to do. The problem we are facing with the Blasters is the inconsistency. We don't have a stable Blasters. We don't have a stable number 2, a stable number 3, a stable number 4, a stable number 5, a stable number 6. You've been rotating, changing the players every now and then. That is why the Blasters are struggling to play together. Because there's no teamwork. There is no teamwork. And if there is no teamwork, you find yourself always in trouble. That is how football is. Football is all about playing together. Even though you can get a center or a person who will be an instrumental individual with every techniques in the game, but say teamwork ni sa one player no ultimate nyahwe. You need a teamwork. Teamwork is no, we build it through consistency, playing together for a longer period, playing for 2-3 years, the same squad. That is what we need to build our national team around. Yeah, Blaster and say, and the way be ball no call or china we have a ball no call. The next day now we have no call. Until we've been changing the Blasters out for a longer period. That is why Blasters are always struggling. It is how boys win a yenyomono. Boys win a yenyomono. Yen keep on for a longer time. We can do it. We can beat Egypt. It is just 45 minutes each half. Enti ne yaka ne mi eni bom 90 minutes see ku ye ho 90 minutes Ghana for ye ku ye ho a eni Egypt omo ye hwan the same moja na egu ye mu no ebi gu Egypt for mu e na Ghana football na kasa ye no ye nyame the boy ye adoma chede ye the best. Those days are kotoko no mo cry to me play against El Ali money ade ne omo bo Zamalek mo you know Egypt or a team by and who amount for they are show moon Egypt best Ghana, Egypt best Ghana. Then Egypt that special. Egypt are not that special. The days of even Muhammad Abu Treka Mokra, we were able to beat them. The days of Muhammad Abu Treka, Taya and time, Egypt Mukuta super players the crown. Abu Zaid money at the crown. We were able to beat them. Not now. Muhammad Sala money, Muhammad El Nani, Omo Yemre. We are younger boys than them. Omo no money. Your boys no young kwala. Omo young boys on Mojano. Aye mono. I say they confidence. It show mu. Say yes, this is the Blasters that we knew years ago. Ye who am say I be the play more time no ebo no. Ye who am say Asian more time. Ye who am say Sulemuntari mu. Ye who am say we have a special team a ye kwa face Egypt. Ebetumi a Egypt. Ebetumi a Egypt. It's possible. It can work. It's all about say be your confidence. Oh boys, them. You lose first game, just one game. Ghana for be abema. You lose one game, but Ghana for be na there. Abema bu. Enu kwasi ema ya abema bu. Ye nya abotre. Omo tournament na anye ye na ajigu a. Ajigu wia na afeni e wo se ye no. Ye den, ye de amema money aye na this is the time omo hia ye support. The Blasters at the moment po. We don't have any team at the moment at the World African Cup of Nations stage. These are the players currently assembled there. So if they are not performing, we don't need to discourage them. We have to encourage them, give them the hope. Let's support them. Make sure, say, who can't go to the animal, you will remember them in prayers. See how I say Ghana. Obia I ebuafu. It means say Yakuma no the team nachi. Yakuma in the team nachi Blaster nobody cares. Because of say ya dig state no man in the air fund no ye show ma affecting many. Well, that is why we always want to talk. So please, the fact say before no elected players we so munko jina we can't change them at this stage, you know. Near always say ye be to support them. We have to give them that the maximum support to ensure say we beat Egypt and go ahead and beat Mozambique and then go to the next stage. It is possible. We can do it. It is possible. This is Ghana. We've done it before. And yes, say ye be that. Asem na banaka Blasters there in Africa there ke Cape Verde ko ba ka itumi kra tu da. Kani Mozambique ba ye da, eni Egypt ba ye da ba. Mre asesa na niam bia ginsem na ma ne Ghana boy say. So please, Coach Chris Hilton, you're very focused. Players now the Omakono. It is not necessary that any player should start or play in every game. You are the head coach. You train with the guys every now and then. So you knew the boys who can work for you on a single day, their performance, their work rate, everything. Don't use names. Don't use names in selecting players to go and play against Egypt tomorrow. Use those you think are ready to die for the Blasters of Ghana. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate a fan nearly attacked you after our last game against Cape Verde. I sincerely apologize on behalf of that irate fan who did that to you. Please, you are a Ghanaian. We love you. And that is how we gave you the opportunity. There are many coaches available, but we gave you the nod to become Blasters coach. And it is also a big platform. If we do better, your name will go high. Don't let Ghanaians down. Those who have lost faith in you, beating Egypt tomorrow will redefine your status as a coach. It will put you on a high platform. The same Ghanaians who criticized you during our first game against Cape Verde will reunite and get on board to support you again. Ghanaians love the Blasters because you're per ball. Gone were the days the Blasters were making Ghanaians happy, but this time things are not like what we used to witness. Even though we have the quality, poor management and other things, and what Emmanuel and Kosuntiama Ghana for in I shit. Ghana for in I your Blasters Suntiama, baby can crabby penno be a cadiope. But some of us, you make sure say your best support too. That is where we will come and then tell you what you did that. And I really believe, sir, with the support from the government, support from Ghanaian, support from the backroom staff, we can go past this first round. It will be a disaster if Ghana get kicked out in this tournament early. That would be a huge blow to the progress of our football. So all what we're looking for is to progress to the next stage of the competition. And the progress start against Egypt. And yet draw us, and we need to win this game. And we'll see a winning game, no? Only a win can propel us. Only a win. Your ball draw cry. We don't even know what is going to happen in the other game. So all what we need to do is to go out there tomorrow, play good football, convert the chances that we can create, and go. Me tomorrow, I believe, sir, tomorrow's Mohammed Kudus bet me a 2 goals. Ochina Kudus bet me a 2. And I said first 45 minutes na near boy Egypt me no. First 45 and I young caught to buga yes say kwa soft to be amomo. Yes Egypt no China kwa bobo na kwa soft. Young caught all out. 50-50 pa. With cautious. Yeah, with cautious. Young ball pressing football so. Yes, as you use 4-4-2 formation. Ghana, the best formation Ghana used to play is the 4-4-2 formation. Our current players, if you bring different system, they find it difficult to play because Ghana, no, we were born trained with the 4-4-2 formation for quite a long time when we were child. So if you decide, say you want to change the system of Ghana playing, so and also become another problem. We hold on to the ball because we have the flair. Allow the players to dribble. They should come out with the talent they have in them. Let them dribble. Don't restrict them. That is another thing. A Ghanaian player, unrestricted Ghanaian player, who they born here. If you restrict a Ghanaian player, they find it difficult to display on the field. But if you give Ghanaian player free roll, say Kudus unya bona fire the upper, Salis unya bona fire the upper. Jikunya bona fire the open Salisu. Just give them the free road to operate. Umber boy Egypt for no bomb or a bit disgracing Egypt for team. Put confidence in them. Egypt in your team be hard. Also blaster for no. One the way Mulusu to vet Ghana for in a chum and no gumuso. Or some put you into shame. Some put ye in ano, young citizens into shame. Mumma ye name was moon cum home Ghana, mine. Moon cum home, we players are you you're not playing for the blaster for free. The nation pays you. The nation pays you. So please. And performing better at this stage will even give you as an individual the opportunity to get bigger contracts because there are scouts who are currently in Ivory Coast. Say about the top players. They want to see a player who is doing very well. Maybe now club our team and also club our boy. You don't even get opportunity to play regular. This Afcon will give you the platform for them to see, say, who you good. If they give you the opportunity, you can play better for the country or for the club. So please, park and so 90 minutes in the it is all about 90 minutes. And a chances na so mu critique yesramo omo mesese a chance. Because football no so who critique chance no one shot. Who opponent beat me up on the show. So the more you create, the more you score. That is why Kosiapia score Egypt 5-5 with Kumasi. At that time we were scoring them boom boom boom. We never play say Yasheba Akunti Twin so I won last be near he said Ombetia now fade yes and be home. Yes, sir, you are even putting pressure on your own self. When the opportunity comes, score. If you can score 3 or 4 first half, it is your job. Plant the ball inside their net. We can do it. It is all about focus Now yeah 100% watch men our park reswa. Muba bua mo ho. Muba bua obi a nye lazy. Ya dibo freeway nsema no akokova no. Munkum ho ma Ghana ochira na mo nhye Egypt na Ghana fo nyina anije na ye lose for so many years now. Yes, I'm come back with happiness. Some winia se government na ma musika nobody cares o. And for obi ho because ni e osemo yema Ghana for no my then mo deliver. It is a more delivered than I say Ghana for a buying an adoma musika. Nobody cares. But some money a shaman. That is why people will be thinking about bonuses. Say they might blast us. No say also the who here because moko anumako jenu was here. Which I knew say you can do it. You can do it with the whole Ghana. No, mona ya yi musemo representing Ghana or mine. And it is not because you are the best players in Ghana, but because mona dumna kamo. There are better players in Ghana. Sisiano, almost domestic league be Kotoko, Hearts of Folk, Olympics, Neo Dubiase, Mediama, Brekum Chelsea, Kerala, Division 2, 3. There are better players even in coast division when the coaches go down there and do proper selection for players into the national team. Even when they go to the coast level, they can get 17-year-old boy who can play better than the current players who are at the moment in the Ivory Coast. But because are dominant so that is why they are not in the squad now. Squad opportunity. So you have to do water a bit for just on a grant element. You were chosen by a purpose, your performance, your conditioning. Please don't let us down. You knew you can do it. Egypt need ya show mo pain. And your first time in Egypt, everybody in Yakase, you knew my tactics. And I said, you knew said you're more but here. North African football, you knew my ball. We played against Tunisia, pay. Blaster, I said Tunisia. You said Algeria, pay. You said Egypt, pay. North Africa, country, man, or what blaster ain't me show. I show me now, pay. Asem na abantio ene ne yakobo Egypt as obi esuro Egypt be she Ghana but that will be on a friend say Japan Raymond Yaboa o se Ghana etimi she Egypt asabi obetwa ne bema Raymond otina ubetwa I'm telling you Raymond ubetwa me say Ghana be win game not me I see say we can do it eye bibi kakra bi pe concentration. And they was saying you focus on 90 minutes of total football. You match on boot for boot. You tack on pressure, pressing football. Let's put fierce in the Egyptian side. Ni titi omo kakra, utiti omo kakra na utieti omo naso football and you're in elbow and you're den. Other say and you're deal when referee show no man player no jansa utimi so ni mu say now they won't say what team in secret. Wiki come sa Takashi sa boom 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 sa. I feel play I don't know or the ball the clear bounce through. Please blasters, we day your back. Me I know say you guys go feel good do the right thing. You go beat Egypt. And no matter and ya the for ya show my Egypt there. Ya yere nom dada o. Ya nana Kwame Nkrumah na yere Fatima. Eti omo de yabusu afo ye ni omo ya ma ye nuanum gu ho. In your Cairo, Honomo, Cairo. Egypt, dear, any Ghana and Egypt, dear, ye momo. I was here to me, Sham, and I believe, sir, Ebe Basso, Emma, or Tina, and you by this time, now I bet Nase, now me Bob Blasters are Basso, sir, at least the needed smile. Mode Asamba back, MIA, day, and ye be a sir. I don't want a situation where tomorrow you be pump ball now man for because say Ghana dey kai. But can you allow say this your generation you be say bomudin boni biwana? Blasters. Do you want that say Ghanaians will say oh blasters they say kai? It's see ano o kobo blaster di obi enu say mo dey. you are good at defeat. The only thing most Ghanaians knew at the Black Stars is they are good at losing matches. We need to break that jinx. We can do it. It is all about dying for the country. 90 minutes of total football. 90 minutes. The energy. The BHB and more for energy near there. You can do it. Me, I know you can do it. I know these boys can do it. It's all about say mobile focus no. Mamun tie and chain here supporters never did the football there mistakes room. You can't play 90 minutes of football without making a mistake on a field of play. That one it is possible. You can make a mistake. And that is where the supporters will start agitating, shouting, insulting. Sometimes those who are closer to the stadium who afford next one, obete, who a player now tia and ma and numbu abem prove those people wrong. That makes you as a footballer. That makes you as a star. Prove them wrong. Score. Stand in front of them and celebrate with a special style. Let them feel, say, the omo Canadian na muyede. Musumuti. Me ma follow national team nepe on a number of occasions. Not these same players and Airborne Blasters. Around that time, no, now you play John Mensah, no money, Adia, no, Sulemuntari money. People see them say, no more higher a chimo. But now, it is your turn. We don't have the Sulemuntari again. We don't have Michael Essien again. We don't have Stephen Appiah again. We don't have Kevin Prince Boateng again. We don't have anybody. This is your time. So if you are Kudus, now you are Kudus for the Blasters. Now you are Salis for the Blasters. Now you are Jiku for the Blasters. Now you are Atizigi for the Blasters. You don't have anybody. You are the guys we have. You are the guys defending the national flag. We've entrusted you. That's why we pick you for this special tournament. The entrust Ghanaian invoke on you, we need returns. The returns we need is nothing but winning matches. That is all what we need from you. Just win. Say win asa. Nobody cares what the government gives you. And as a government, no, friends, fighter jet to say private jet and mom from Accra, Cote d'Ivoire, Emra, a friend is saying, Kumasi and Accra, nobody cares because Niamo, what's some way, no, it's all about winning the tournament. I'm not even thinking about you guys winning the tournament. I'm looking up to Ghana playing better and getting into an area, and as era, a bit near 2 years, tournament with the idea. At least ya de to me dum pempes when yen was first round na team to say they call World Cup first round ya na team ni abefio eno de ebeha and this is an African stage. It is the Ivory Coast. They are our neighbors. It is better for us to perform better, stay longer than coming out easily and then allowing countries coming all the way from South Africa, Mozambique, DR Congo, Tunisia, Egypt, those people coming all the way from far to qualify at the expense of we, the neighbors. This is a West African tournament. It is our tournament. We don't need to allow this cup to go to Egypt, to go to Morocco, to go to Algeria, to go to South Africa, DR Congo, Mozambique, Namibia. No, it should remain in West Africa. It can be Ghana, it can be the host, the Ivory Coast, it can be Nigeria, it can be Senegal, it can be Guinea. It is all ours. West Africa, so please, so corner down Nana Julia. Kai Black Stars. Football. Adeba could be a football more. And also here. You need luck. Let's pray for luck on their side. If you get the luck now, and also everboa, and on the ball, no bar, maybe a ball, no, and there be a to me question. But when you luck now, you can play the best football over the whole world. Luck nini ho. To my ball as well. Nanam ewiem. But when they check the statistics, you are playing 70%. Your opponent is playing 30%. Obey to me, I shall try, but no about 70%. Because on that day, now luck, you don't have the luck. So that's how it happens. But as a luck, everybody are not there. Your winning aspect is easy. And now to me, 2 corner kick. Now, born if you corner, and I will run the team through. That's how football is. And let's pray, say, they'll get luck. Center referee, good officiating. Our last officiating, then bad. Even people were not happy with the referee, but to me, from what I saw, the referee did one in that game. It's not say Uriah Ghana be brave. And the penalty, what do you call it? The goal that the referee disallowed. It was through VAR. And if you look at that ball, no cry, for instance, before the ball entered the net, not Ghana, you players too. Penalty box anymore. No matter even when you mark the line, cry, it can be said, I'm on a bet you I'm offside. Because no mono, a chill chromatium, they were purely interfering in the play. And now, one ball so cry runs for the bois. Bono a queer rebound a hitting and sakakra. So those are errors in football. You can't do away with it. A part of the game. And she said, almost Vano na who said a mistake. Basically, they will rule the goal out. And Ebia now also own T game na say you were Casio na referee we no. Not all we are you be who see in our born here. And you be a referee. Don't know share. We need to understand. And it is a game. We can win, they can also lose. And I am far my area. You lose. Ebusiafo, thank you very much for coming together here in our share Blasters game. No, maybe me ujidi say ochina ebe to me a share omo. Ebe share omo 3-1, Ghana 3, Egypt 1. So now me first half I see a boat 2. First half Ghana 2. Tie boom 2 first half no mani su brioma. Na second half no. Ya na mo boa pintin ne asade ba kwa hye so pa na trainer na for mani so atie mo wan tie no sa no. Omo pre ara munya ba kwa pa. 90 minutes Japan, Ghana 3, Egypt 1. Yene ekwa enemy. Na for group no aye open. You know your last game no in your win in your draw. And you corner. You next stage, knockout stage. Now I say you're progressing kakrasa. Ebusiafo, thank you very much for coming to watch. Have a wonderful day. Nami aduma. Ocha by this time ni na ede. Yes, right. I checking mistakes yeah. Any near or yeah there. At least probably will come back and then share 1 or 2 ideas. The mistake I be who near the bit me about the car. Near yes, why for say a year so near the Salvador. I mean, come in now. Me come say to me way a year trendyblaze.shop or the Roma and I'm the Bremo. Trendyblaze.shop. Trendyblaze a website. Omotontonema be brave website or type just trendyblaze.shop. Ubenya bibia top. Na ni omotonton sisi ana eno a hot cake na a blender. They are selling blender and as a blender no. It is say we like Befa say a cordless. In fact, how might be a blender in you. This is just an example. One more blender no. It is say it made the blender. It made the juice will be a and you su power bia a cordless bia no yourself be plug no with the juice na be ya the gum tomatoes na be blend everything with the gum na wakata so then no automatically no na a blend we are we share go cap mu use car obetumi ade e de asiw kam na de kɔ nyɛ sɛ blend a de be si fie wotumi de kɔ e tia wokɔ omo website a trendyblaze.shop a e ho no mo na wakɔ akɔ de wakɔ akɔhwɛ wokɔtɔn so a baabi a wobɛkɔ akɔtɔ sɛ yɛmfa nkɔ no omo betumi ahye po they don't care about sɛ wo se yɛmfa nkɔ Afghanistan kra on be ship there bro. Osi enfenko Malawi on be ship. Osi enfenko Israel on be ship. Osi enfenko New Zealand on be ship. Japan, China on there. Me omo hia ne se wako website to trendyblaze.shop okohwa. Na o type pe e be yi website na ma no akoso no akoto. Blender no cheap 50% off until now. First na $100 so omo dey about $50. It is $50 now. Like I said, when you say blender, yeah, in use Kania, especially for those of you who live in Ghana, Kania a problem, more doom so issues, no, and no need problem with Kania. So ECG 4G or Kania, you still have access to use your blender. So the bed blender and no we be an albe blender be a fine. So the bed juice and so your drinks be there. You don't need to worry about blender. And no, I automatic. And no, I know be a asset. Sunsun konkron ababɛhyɛ Mary mu a wawo Yesu nhia bɛrima na ɔne nada ansa na ɔba abɛwɔ daabi wankasa ɔbɛnyam konkron mu nti saa na no teɛ you don't need power bia ɛno a abɛblende ade. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Makra mu nyinaa.